what is going to be done for young people, particularly young students, for an example, amongst the many questions facing young people in uncertain times, students entering university, for example, the rising costs associated with education, and then employment before and after that. Well, we come back again to tax cuts. Let's start there. Every year, for the past, my goodness, almost 10 years now, half a generation, the Conservative government has outlined a course for, on average, about $4,000 back in the pockets of families. A few moments ago, you had 3 beautiful young First Nations princess warriors who can come to Duncan Christian School because each of their families has been given $4,000 back in their pockets, which is approximately the tuition for that school. This story can be told again when it comes time to pay your tuition at university, which is traditionally about $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the university. So right there, there's some tuition that wouldn't have been there under previous governments. After that, there is training. The big thing that you will see our party, and has been rolled out by our party, is training. Training in cooperative initiatives in education, training monies for employers who want to hire these students. Upwards of 15% is taken off the cost of hiring and employing these students when they're being trained for new work. So in long-term employment. When you're in business, as I have been, and when you're hiring people, when you give a business a 15% margin relief on the cost of employing them, 15% margin is huge in business. When you live or die by sometimes 3 or 4%. So from helping the private sector hire them, helping them pay their tuition at tax time, those are 2 major planks. The other thing is, right down the middle, is 1.2 million new jobs created for these young people. There are jobs out there. We have the story of Rachel, the manager at Staples, who began in McDonald's. Not everybody wants to start there, but that's where she started, and you learn the basic skills there. Here's Rachel, who never even went to university, but is now managing Staples, who just chaired and supported the Chamber of Commerce party in Westholme, in Langford, and is offering leadership and hospitality to other businesses. She never even went to university. So let's remember the students that don't choose to track through university to get into management positions and be leaders in our culture. Having said that, the Conservatives are all about helping hard work. So there are going to be all kinds of initiatives for scholarship programs, funds for savings funds. TFSA is one example that can be used creatively to save long-term. Families can save long-term outside the education tax relief funded money set apart for education. So that is also there. There's a long-winded answer to your question, sorry.